Hi, my name is Monica Roseborough, and I was referred to Dr. Bryce by my rheumatologist. I was diagnosed with systemic sclerosis, which is basically like lupus. And as a result of that diagnosis, I also been diagnosed with Raynaud's, which is a difficulty with your circulation, when your blood isn't circulating the way it should. I was also diagnosed with scleroderma, which is a thickening, a hardening of your skin and a discoloration in your skin, which you can really see prominent in my hands here and right in here. And those diagnoses led to a heart problem, which I've been diagnosed with chronic heart failure, CHF. There's no cure for any of that. And I was in what we would consider severe, serious shape. My heart was functioning at a minimum level. Dr. Bryce suggested that I try the 40-day challenge, and he gave me a book that I should read called The China Study, which kind of explained what he was talking about. And it basically talked about the lifespan of those people who ate a plant-based diet versus a meat protein-based diet. When I met back with Dr. Bryce, I looked at him and I was like, you mean no meat? You want me to eat no meat? I live in Texas. I like meat, and you don't want me to eat any meat. I decided to try because at this point in my health, it was either you do something and live, or you deal with what you got going on as it is now. And, with prayer and things, I got through the 40-day challenge. I didn't eat any meat. It was difficult initially, but after a while, it wasn't as hard. My biggest glitch was tortilla chips, which is still a challenge for me. I did the 40-day challenge. I went to our meetings that we had on Tuesday. And by the third meeting, I should back up and tell you, I was in a wheelchair because of weakness and muscle loss and not being able to do a lot of walking for good distances because of the heart problem that I experienced. By our third meeting and eating a plant-based diet and the way they described it, I got where I felt better. My endurance got better. And I was able to actually walk into the meeting that we had. I walked from the parking lot, the car, into Dr. Bryce's office, which was an amazing feeling. And now I am walking around and getting stronger. And as I mentioned, there is no cure for what I was diagnosed with, but I definitely feel better. As I began to feel better, I did decide I might want to eat a little meat every now and then, and some chips and queso, some tortilla chips, which are my weakness, would be okay. So I went off of the diet to a certain extent, and I started experiencing some complications. I didn't feel as good. My digestion system wasn't working as well as it should. Things didn't settle like they should. And to be honest, the meat just really lost its appeal. It wasn't as good as I remember it being. So I decided, and my skin actually broke out. So I decided to go back on the diet. My skin, as a result, it doesn't have the same rubbery texture. The pigmentation is still gone, but it is better than the way it was. It's starting to look more like normal skin. So hopefully you'll feel encouraged to try this diet. It does work. And if you're looking for a health change, it can't hurt. And with the grace of God and eating better, I feel a lot better than what I was feeling.